Well, hi everybody. Jill and I are just hanging out here. It's just so cool to be us because it's like what? Monday afternoon. What time?
Late,
Late.
5:26.
5:26 has been quite a day. You thought we were at the beach or something with our shades on? No. Nope. We've had helicopters over the school. We've had Jill's first bus accident here at Plaza. How about that? It's been an eventful evening, but we wanted to make sure that we got leadership information to you in a timely frame, and we have no chance to really reschedule. So we're going to give it a shot of doing Screencast-O-Matic, and we're going to make mistakes because we're tired, and I'm hungry, but oh well, we're going to get going. Okay, I got to take these off because I can't see. All right, so on our agenda, I got to put the real glasses on. The Fall AQ Survey. It says it's due the 29th. There was some confusion about, we sent the link but hadn't put down the specific teachers who were to administer it. So we've listed them here. I've also put in their mailboxes the list of teachers, and if your name's not on here, then it will be for the spring. And then the directions for the protocol of giving the survey to the kids. So you'll use the link. The link's the same link that is in the Plaza Points. And if you can do it either Tuesday morning for class meeting time or on Wednesday morning, that would be great. But it needs to be by home base. So it is Peeler's home base class, Goff's home base class, Dingman, Nixon, all the way down the list. So it's just those home bases. Then in the spring, we'll survey the other home-based classrooms. So that kind of, sorry for the mix-up on all of that, but I don't think it will take the kids too long. So if you can work with your team teachers and getting that taken care of before the end of the day Wednesday, that would be awesome.
And I think in Plaza Points it says October the 31st, but remember we don't have kiddos on the 30th and the 31st. So keep in mind that really we need it finished by the 29th.
Good call.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
Item 2, active shooter wrap up. Well, that was good timing since Dr. Colvin was here when we had the bus accident. So instead of doing active shooter, we did active bus accident. And he would like to come back and talk with us. So it'll probably be not the next leadership team meeting, but the beginning of the next staff meeting. Oh, look at that. Review bus evacuation drill.
Well, thank goodness we had a bus evacuation last week.
We almost had to use it today.
So we asked teachers to meet with their kiddos and complete the feedback. That was a form. And so I have attached that feedback for you to peruse. Feel free to look through it. Again, some of you had filled it out as a team altogether, and some of you had individual kiddos fill it out. You can tell also by the timestamp and by the username that it collected on the left-hand side. But feel free to look at that. And we are going to take some of this feedback to kind of maybe tweak and make that better so that when we do the bus evacuation in the spring, our protocol is even more efficient and more effective, and we can work through that quickly.
You did a great job on it, though.
Thank
Way
you.
to go. We got through it. Really thought we might have to use it today. Glad we didn't. So.
Absolutely. The next item, Share Tech Bytes parent feedback card. One of the things we are concerned about at parent-teacher conferences is that you will have a parent who is concerned about Flip and have questions that really you can't answer or you don't have those answers. And we don't want that to consume the time that you should be spending talking about the child's achievement.
Yeah.
So we have created a small little postcard, and those will be, you'll each have about 10, and then there will also be some in the office. If you have a parent that you feel has concerns, good or bad, questions or issues, and you feel like they need a place to voice that, then feel free to give them
one of those little cards.
Give them a card, and then they can either give it back to you or turn it into the office.
And I put in the parent connections that we would be seeking their input. So some of them will come ready, and hopefully you can just give them that card. If you need more, just let the office know. We'll have them. We don't want to have 105 for each team, because our expectation is we don't need all of it from every person. Just the people who are ready to give it, let's give them a venue to share. So thanks for doing that. Yeah.
Safety committee. We have put together a small safety committee. Again, timely information.
No, I'm like,
Our safety
wow.
committee might need to do something soon. And the safety committee members are Leslie Mathis, Royal Jolliffe, and Carrie Jardine. Thank you to those three. They will be working with me to go over some of our
I know.
safety
We already
procedures and
came up with
protocols.
a couple of ideas for them to do.
So we have a little list of things that we need to start taking care of. So that's a new committee, but I think it is one that is definitely needed, and I think that that's a great team that will work together to help Plaza become even a better place to ensure the safety for our kiddos.
We always can be preparing and drilling and practicing and thinking about. That's especially today. I kept thinking, you play certain events through your head of what you would do, and it's nice to have like a committee to bounce those ideas off of. So I'm glad that we're doing that. And if you tell your team if they have things that they have concerns about, get with Jill or any of those members, and that'll just be kind of their ongoing agenda. Okay, well, growth and development. Now remember, we have decided that we're doing growth and development early, and so that's all taking place in November, but we're giving parents time to review information now. The letter that you will give out with the parent-teacher conference things, I think it's on gray, just kind of gives an overview. I've put in the parent connection that if they want to preview the videos, same kind of thing, that they need to contact the counselor. The dates, November 14th would be the first day you could show the videos. And then I highly suggest you do it on the weekend, like on the Friday, if at all possible. Some teams more than others because they are really struggling with making appropriate decisions about talking about anatomy of boys and girls and whatnot, right? We have a few of those discipline notices in the bin right now. So that's the letter. So the letter is the second information they've received. The first one would be the parent connection, and I'm going to send that parent connection newsletter this morning out to all of the teams so that you can copy and paste that and share that wherever you can. Then excuse me, on the Plaza website, we'll have a brain shark like we did last year that goes through the slides, and Becky has the script for it. We're modifying it a little bit, but that is in lieu of a meeting at night with parents. So last year we had to do the brain shark because we had a snow day. Clearly, I don't think there's any snow days in the forecast, but it seemed effective and efficient, so we're going to do it again this year. So that kind of is the growth and development overview, and if you have questions, please let us know as soon as possible. Oh, something way more fun to talk about. Medium incentive.
That's okay.
You want to go try to find a cord?
Yeah, I'll do that. You keep talking.
I'll keep talking because I got this one. All right. So, and we've only gone for 8 minutes, so we're going really fast. All right, medium incentive. November 7th is our next medium incentive. Just a reminder, practice your chants. We are looking for a Plaza chant, so we need to all be talking in climate committee or the good cheerleaders out there. I was not a cheerleader. Can't do that. We need a little Plaza cheer. Casey Brown, not to be confused with Casey Schmidt. It's so fun to write that. Casey Brown has, of course, put together a lot of very organized information she's sending out regarding the next assembly. So I did take, here is the plus delta for medium incentive. Thank you all for filling that out. We went through them. Of course, there are some people who say one thing's a positive and the other, somebody else has said it's a negative. So we just kind of took the big parts of it. One of the aspects was to rearrange like where people are sitting and who they're grouped with. And Casey's handled that. She double checked all of that. And her team, because there's a group of people working on that. Directions will be succinct. We will remind when they dismiss to walk down the steps. Kind of forgot about that one. We might have to scoot over because we weren't plugged in. So I hope you can still see us because we can't see ourselves, but I'm assuming it's right there, right?
It is.
Okay. We are also incorporating with this assembly our Scholar Dollar assembly. So if you remember Professor Scholar Dollar and the Park Hill Ed Foundation project where they we have the little $10 cards. They've changed the requirement that we can't just do, well, we could just do a broadcast for the whole school, but we would only make $2.50 a card that we sell. If we have an assembly, we get to make $3 a card. So the timing worked out just right so that we could have incorporate this as the beginning of each of the assemblies, and so that was great. So the $3 a card is what we'll be able to do. That's what Plaza gets, and then we'll work through leadership. Okay, and we're going really fast. Thank you. So look for Casey on sending all that information. We are going to do part of the activity as a clothing relay, and Casey, being so creative, has connected this to our clothing drive that's starting. So look for things that you guys want to donate, maybe a big coat or funny hat or that kind of thing, and we can incorporate it in the relay race that they're going to use with the clothes. Won't that be fun?
It will be fun.
I have a couple funny coats that I could totally bring in. All right, so look for email from Casey for additional information. Now, we do need to discuss what the card status for participation looks like, and how we want, if we want it to be, we decide on one versus the other. So we'll put together a I don't know, maybe like an email with a vote and see what comes up. I really don't have a strong feeling either way. I just know that we need to make a decision and start communicating it with the kids. So that is one item that we really need to get some finalization on. Okay, instructional breakdown graphs. We have those graphs done. I'm going to put those in the team leaders' mailboxes. I'm going to give you a copy of every team so you can see it. Provide us feedback if you like the information, don't like the information. As I looked over it, it's kind of interesting to see how each team, I think, answered it a little bit differently. All in all, I think it will meet our needs for what we want. But if you have concerns, let us know. Oh, I already said we need a Plaza Chan or cheer. Mm-hmm. Okay, BSIP action plans. Part of our agenda tonight was to review that, so you guys will kind of get the first look of going through the action plans and the items that we need to work on. But got off the hook. We're not doing that tonight. So we will just address all of that November 5th. And remember, that's a change of date. We're moving it to COE to the Wednesday because Tuesday we have a district leadership team meeting, and we won't be here for the morning. So that gets us through that one. What's the last one?
Discussion at team level.
Down last one. Just review level 1 of the continuous improvement, that ALF framework, the adult learning framework, and make sure everybody's on track. That's also part of the action plan, so we'll try to address those elements as we go. And anything else you guys think
Just
of?
a great big thank you today to everyone who helped out. You were great,
awesome.
And together we can achieve
I
anything.
know, we can make it through
Awesome.
whatever. So thank you. We really appreciate your understanding. And if you can watch this, we've got it down to 13 minutes. And then let your teams know. So have a great evening.